Go. Welcome back. Today we will study lab 5, which is single phase PMW inverter. So for this experiment, we need a power supply, we need a dynamometer, we need data acquisition system, chopper inverter, we need resistive load, and inductor and capacitor for filtering. I will discuss step by step. Like in this lab, after 1 to 7 is 1 to 7 is the experimental setup, and 8 to 11 is software setup. So I just go back, actually move to circuit connection. For this circuit, it says supply DC supply chopper, and this is filtering circuit. DC supply, this supply will come from the dynamometer. So there is positive negative. It will connect with the voltmeter E1 positive negative. So I connected with this is positive is connected with E1. Then E1 negative back to neutral for this one. And from positive side of E1 it connected with C bus. You can see that. So positive side is connected with C bus, negative, the negative side of C bus. Okay. So from now there we can see that middle of Q4 or Q1. This is Q1 and Q4. Middle of Q1 and Q4. This will connect with the inductor 2 millihenry. So from here it connected with 2 millihenry. Opposite of 2 millihenry connected with capacitor. From opposite side it connected with capacitor. This is capacitor. From capacitor to another inductor. From capacitor here another inductor. And this inductor is connected with in middle of Q2 and Q5. So from here it will back to the Q2 Q5. Okay. Now we need to connect the voltmeter between two inductors. This is inductor, this is inductor. So this is the inductor, this is another inductor. Okay. Just we connect E2. This E2. Here. This is E2. You can say this is E2. Negative side, it is connected on other side of the inductor. Okay. So this and this. So this is E2. Now we need to connect the load 300 ohm. From we can see that from the other side this emitter is connected. The ion is connected. Positive side of ion. So other side you can see that this is inductor. So opposite side is connected with ion. Then ion negative connected with resistive load. This is resistive load 300. Another side is connected with 2 millihenry. We connected with this is common point, capacitor and inductor. This is common point is connected. And we connected E3 to measure the voltage current against the load. So we can see we connect here ion and ion positive, E3 positive the same point. So I connect ion and E3 positive, and negative will connect with the opposite of the resistive load. You can see that it's connected opposite of the resistive load. And 7 for actually the communicating with the chopper and data acquisition system, we need DB. 9 cable we connected. We need to connect the switching control on to analog input 2. It's already mentioned in step 7. I'm just showing this one. Then number 2 is connected with 3. Analog input 3. We need to connect the analog input. Okay, this is all about the connection. Now we need to, if we move to step 8, it's all about the software setups. 4-quadrant dynamometer. You can see this is 4-quadrant dynamometer. need to set up the voltage. We set up the voltage is 100. Okay, it's started. Then chopper inverter, we need to set up. It should be 4 quadrant, 2000 frequency. Need to duty cycle, need to select A1 minus 10 to 10. It's already selected 2000 A1, and Q1, Q2, Q4, Q5 should be PWM. It's already selected. Now we need to go back to oscilloscope setup. Like A2, A3, E1, I1, all the setups are here. Then we have to show the analog output. From we can see the analog output. It should be common button voltage. All these things are set up here. The voltage should be minus 10. Okay, this is all about the software setup. Step 12, we just need we need to reduce the actually change the voltage. This is minus 10 to 10, and we will see what happened in the oscilloscope. We can see the output. Then some changes are there. It's converting to DC to AC. If we change, increase, you can see there are some changing. I'll show you this. I'll give you the results. I already done this one. This is the result. I will send you. Okay. Now step 13, we have to measure. Now we need to change the voltage from here minus 10 to plus 10. We need to see the duty cycle and output voltage. So I can show you. This is duty cycle. This is output voltage. So if we increase the voltage from here, now it's 10 minus 10. So duty cycle is 0. Output voltage is 97 something. If I increase, like now it's minus 8, we can see the duty cycle and output. This way you have to increase the voltage. I will show you the result. This is voltage, like this table. This is the voltage is increasing. This is the duty cycle and output. So you have to answer from the graph. You have to table. You have to answer 14 and 15. 16 from there. I also show you the graph. Same thing from here. 16. What about the graph? It's converting or not from DC to AC. Now this time analog output we need to change to function generator. Where is the analog? I need to cancel this one. This is analog output. Previously it was common. Now we need to convert it to function generator. Function generator is set the sine wave frequency is 1 Hz. We select 1 Hz. Amplitude is 10 volt. So we select 10 volt. It says that it will vary from minus 10 to 10, but the problem is in actual case it's only vary from 0 to 10, not minus 10 to 10. But we can see that in step 19 we need to see that what's the effect of the duty cycle with increasing the voltage. We can see the effect of duty cycle. Like when it is 0, you can see that duty cycle is 50. If we increase duty cycle voltage, like 2 volt, if we increase 2 volt, you can see it's increasing, but it's taking time. It should be 60. Before that it is 50, 60. So this way we can increase. Now 4. It will take some time to establish the gate. Let's get 69. Okay, so this way, 69. So this way we can do this. I will show you the result, but this is step 19. If we increase 0 to 10, the duty cycle also increase. So this is step 19. Step 20 is same thing, just you need to increase ET to high. Okay, step 11, 20 and 21 is same thing, just E3 will be high, then what will be the result? So I want to show you here. Here the graph also there for 21 and 22. Also the table. And now 23, it says that we have to increase the the frequency. Before that we move the voltage, but voltage will be same, but we need to increase the frequency. So okay, we will show you the voltage. If we increase the frequency, there is some changes. I checked for different cases when frequency is 3 hertz, 7 hertz, and for step 23, when frequency is 3 hertz, you can see this is the output. When 6 hertz, it's running more time. You can see the output. When it's 10 hertz, okay, this is the output result of 23. And 24, 25 is the same thing, just we need to reduce the voltage. Before that it was 10 voltage, now it will be 8 voltage. So I will submit this result, the same thing, just I'm not repeating. Okay, this is all about no, you have to answer the review question. This is all about the lab 3 of thank you very much.